So I was in a movie theater with my mom in a dream, and we came out of the movie theater. We just watched a movie about human potential, and it was talking about humans that could fly in the future. And I was like, "Hey, mom, I can fly!" And I jumped in the air, and I soared 20 feet, about 10 feet above ground. And I touched back down, and I asked her if she saw me fly, and she said that she didn't. And I asked her if she at least saw me jump, and she told me that I jumped 3 feet, and I was like, no, I jumped 10 feet, and then I hovered very far above her slowly, while looking at her to make sure that she was watching, and I asked her if she could see me hovering really high, and she said that I was just standing on the ground, and this was a very defined experience. I've had other experiences like this where humans could not see me flying, or they behaved really oddly while I was flying in my dreams. And this anomaly that occurs in my dreams is because of something that occurs frequently while I astral project. For instance, if you astral project in a very defined human environment and you're around tons of humans that are just walking around and you're flying, they will see you as walking because it doesn't make sense for you to be flying around. It's a sort of distorted perception. And also, if you find religious folks wherever they are in the astral plane, either astral projectors or deceased people, they will look at you like you're a demon or an angel, or they'll see what you're doing as sorcery of some sort. I've even had religious folks imply that what I'm doing is something or is an action that's reserved for angels, which is probably one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard, other than somebody asking me if I was Jesus. And the next thing that you might notice is that sometimes when you're flying around human environments and everybody's walking around and it's a very defined environment, you almost feel like you're in the physical universe, but you are still able to fly around. Sometimes people will get a bit angry at you for flying around because you're going to damage the environment. You're either going to damage objects or destabilize the environment because you're defying the influences that were programmed into the realm, like physical and human influences. Recently, a couple days ago, I was astral projecting and I flew through a glass door, and the glass door destabilized and shattered. And I cleaned up the glass, I just moved the glass with my mind into a trash bin, and I recreated the glass panel from bottom up. And then I turned around and there was this dude just yelling at me for breaking the door and flying around really aggressively. He thought that it was going to mess with the environment too much, that I can't really be doing this. But when I'm in a desirable human environment, I'm pretty considerate. I don't try to have more abilities than other people or anything like that. I walk around and just observe things. But a lot of times I'm just passing through a human environment. I'm just moving through, traversing it, and people just get angry. In which case it's okay to fly around regardless, because you're just kind of moving through the area. There's always some human that's going to get mad about it. The particular environment that I was talking about with the glass door was an office environment. So this is not a fun or productive environment. So I personally didn't really care about flying around aggressively in this area because I wouldn't really care if it destabilized and, eventually dematerialized. Because who wants to be in an office in the astral plane? That's ridiculous. This guy that was angry at me, he was interrupting me like nonstop. Like I could not say anything to him because he was just yelling stuff. I told that angry guy that he doesn't even know where he is right now. He doesn't know what state of being he's in. And I just flew out of that area. And that's all about that dream and some other bits of info. See you next time.